Hi everybody, welcome back. This tutorial is a very brief one. It's following up on prior tutorial that I made on how to transform or how to actually load JSON formatted file onto SQLITE. So let me just give you a brief review where you can find it. It's here on my website at anfosoft.com under Talend ETL, and this was actually the product of this tutorial was this. Actually, that was the job design. Very simple. We took a JSON file, a large JSON file, we pass it through the XML map, and on the lookup we were inserting all the contents of that file into the SQLITE database. Now let's suppose that we want to, on top of that, we want to have a XML file representing the same data, or we don't want the database, we only want to transform from JSON to XML. So that is very simple. We just have to take right here, type in T XML output XML file. Instead of having this tlog row, I will just connect with a, just hold from this little thing and connect, give it a name to XML, the name you might choose, whatever you want. We click again on the XML map. Now we have this one that we just deleted. I can just select it and click on the X, red X there, and it'll be deleted. And the next thing I want to do here is to create a XML document. I have to first click on this object right here on the right hand side, then move down here, make sure that you are in the same output, then there's the plus sign, click on it, and you have to give your document a little name. Let's say doc.btc, and then we have here something, the type is string. Well, the only thing we need to do is we need to change this type, and the type needs to be document. So once we have this as a type document, it will generate the root element. I might change the name. I might call this history, like btc underscore history. And the next thing I want to do is I just need to select the fields that I want to have in that Excel file, in that XML file. So I select on the left hand side the fields that I want to have there. I grab them and I will drop them onto the loop. Right, once here it will ask me, do you want to have sub elements of the target node, or you want to have attributes? Well, I want to have sub elements, right? So I click on OK, and that's it. Then I can also do some filtering here. If you just click on this XML format settings, you can do a lot of stuff here. You can, for instance, you can do some catch out and reject and things like that. You can create expressions here. Here's a window for expressions, and so on and so. But we are not going to do it right now. We are just interested in generating a file, right? There's another way you can do transformation here. Let's say you want to add here a name to this variable. You call this variable new date, because you might not want to pass the date into the exact same format to this guy over here, right? So you might want to have the date passing in here, and you might want to do some transformations here, right? So you could here do some transformations, like parse the date in a different format, or add something, or subtract from the date, or do whatever you need to do. And then finally you can pass this to the target. So as for now, I'm not going to get into transformations. I just want to do a plain simple example of how to how to transform a JSON format document into an XML. So that's basically it. You click once again here and you say synchronize the columns, and finally you need to give a path to where you want your newly XML document to be written to. So see that I will call it, let me see, yep, just select, and wait a minute, it's not actually giving me, taking the path as I wanted. So I will say I want this document to be written to this destination. Let's call it VTC history.xml, and that's it. You might need a row tag. Let's call it snapshot price, something like that, and then you can just run this job. And it contains only these 5 rows, because I don't want to make it last while doing this demonstration. So I think I put it here, right? XML bit history. So if I open this document, we'll see there we have these 5 rows expressed in JSON, in XML format, in which all those elements have these tags that we defined before. And that's basically how you do it. Only thing you need is the XML map. Remember, most important thing is to know that you need to create a document tag here, a document type, and then just hang all what you want in that document tag. So thanks for watching, hope it was helpful. Cheers.